This is the Healthy Business Podcast, the show for ambitious business owners who want to grow and scale in a healthy way. I'm Sarah Cook, and I'll be sharing with you tips, inspiration, and proven methods from leading business experts, entrepreneurs, and health and wellness professionals to help you grow your business with more income and having more impact, but in a way that works for you. Because when you have clarity and strategy, you can achieve the results you want. Hello, this is Sarah Cook. I am so excited that you are joining me today for the Healthy Business Podcast. Now, I'm going to be sharing with you 7 key predictions for your marketing and sales over the coming year. So this is 7 predictions that I have been doing a lot of research on. I've been involved in lots of conversations with people in the industry, as well as my peer group. And I wanted to share those with you because I think it's so important that as we continue to grow and scale our businesses, we are surrounding ourselves with insights, knowing what we are being intentional with, knowing what we're spending our time, our energy, our finances on is actually going to pay dividends to help us grow and scale our business. And that is why I am involved in masterminds. That's why I work with high-level coaches, because it means that I can then be part of that conversation and I can then share that with my clients, my audiences. And this is something that I do quite regularly within my Thrive Mastermind, because I think it's so important that those people who are investing at a high level and they're in that container, that they get access to my knowledge, not just from a business perspective, but also the things that I'm learning, the things that are going on in the industry, the things that keep us current, because we can grow and scale our businesses. But actually, if we start plateauing, if we start taking away from those or being part of those conversations, being part of those containers, those communities, because we're doing okay in our business, then actually that can have a negative effect on our business, because we don't want to stay static. The world is ever changing. The world is ever evolving. And that means to be a successful business owner, you need to as well. Now, I'm not talking about completely, taking your business down to scratch and starting again. This is about evolving in a way that feels good for you, and also really recognizing what is going on in the world so that you can evolve that with your business as well. You can pick and choose which things feel most aligned to you as well. So these 7 trends and predictions that I'm going to share with you, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by them. I don't want you to feel like you have to do all of them in one go. These might be things that you test. They might be things that you try out one at a time. It might be that you wait until towards the end of the year because you've got other focuses. But I want to share them with you so that you're aware as to what is likely to happen this year. Now, we are in a period of change. We know that, especially in the UK, where we're going through economical changes. We're going through, global changes that are having an impact. There's a lot of knock-on effects from COVID as well, from a health perspective. And it's really important that we recognize that, because that is our audience. Our clients are going through those things as well. Now, really how we do that, that comes down to you, but it also comes down to thinking about what your audience needs as well. And as I said, this isn't about you taking your business down to scratch and starting again. This is about looking at ways that you can optimize what you already have, maybe adding new things in, maybe delivering things in a certain way, because you still want to love your business. You want to feel the joy from your business. And if you're not, then now is a great time for you to be able to look at ways that you can do things differently, that you can optimize things as well. So, as I said, I'm going to share with you 7 key predictions, 7 key trends that I am fully aware of and are more than likely going to happen and are already starting to happen as well. So the first one is all about solving real problems and doing this from a perspective of really getting under the skin of exactly what your audience is looking for to help them with their problem. This isn't about providing a plaster to a wound. This isn't about providing a vitamin when they need a painkiller. This is about really offering exactly what they need. And a lot of that will come through from conversation. And it might be that you're at a period of your business of up-leveling, upscaling, and you're looking at working with a slightly different audience. And that is all okay as well. But to have success, to get the sales in, you need to understand them. So having those offers, those products, those services that actually help people solve their problem is what is going to be really, really strong this year. And how we're going to do that is asking those questions, really understanding what it is that your clients are looking for. And as I said, the world is changing. The world has changed a lot from even when you maybe first started your business. So check in, see whether your current products and services are actually serving your audience in the ways that you want them to, but also in the ways that they need them to. Okay, so video is going to continue to be super strong within a marketing perspective. And this is going to continue as a trend. And also thinking about, different lengths of your video. Short videos are going to work really well because people like that instant gratification. They like to have instant consumption. So if you can do short videos, things like reels, that will work really, really well from a marketing perspective. Now, when we're thinking about creating our marketing, and this is my third sort of trend, it's all about authenticity. I think the world has moved on from, and I think people are getting frustrated from seeing, lots of coaches promising overnight success when the reality is that building and growing a business and taking things to that next level isn't about overnight success. It is about putting in some work. It is about taking intentional action. And I think the sort of the smoke and mirrors is starting to fall because people are not getting results when they're investing with, on the outside, what look to be great coaches, but they're not getting the results. So this real authenticity, and versus that kind of curated perfection as well. Yes, there are lots of people that, are showing all the bling and, sharing their amazing 5-star travel and holidays and things like that. And that's great. But the reality is that to get to that level, you have to put some work in. And a lot of that is not shared at all. So I think this authenticity, I think people are starting to get frustrated. They're starting to get fed up with promises that are not being delivered. So really considering that when you are doing your marketing, does your promise of your product and your service stack up? Do your prices reflect the results that your clients are getting? Because if they're not, then we need to look at ways that we can do that. And this is something we've been having lots of conversation about in my mastermind, is really thinking about how we can price accordingly. And if we're testing something new, how we can price that accordingly as well without having those testimonials available. So having that really sort of authentic you are the only person that is you, being authentic with that, leaning into that as well, showing up as you, the realness of you. This doesn't have to be the kind of the warts and all behind the scenes of everything. That's not what I'm saying. This is about you showing up as you, delivering on your promises. Actually, if people are buying your products and services, that they're going to get the results that you know they can do, and potentially what it is that they need to have within that program, that product, that service that's going to allow them to get the results too. So really being authentic, having those testimonials that showcase your work as well. And that builds me onto the next trend around trust, because trust in periods of change, people need that extra level of trust, and they're going to invest in you. If they're going to buy from you, they want that trust, that level of security that you're going to help them get that solution that they're looking for, that they're investing in. And this is something that we always see during periods of change. So this is more than just testimonials as well. Yes, social proof is amazing because it's other people saying that you're great at what you do rather than you telling them what you're great at what you do. But there is so much more in the power of trust. And this is about showing up with consistent value, giving information that's actually going to help people. It comes through in your messaging, that real authenticness. Going back to that previous point that I was talking about with being, the authenticity behind what you do and what you put out there. Trust is a huge thing. And showing up with value, showing up consistently so that you're not there one day and then disappearing for weeks on end. This is about trust. People want to have that relationship with you. They want to have that emotional connection with you, because we know that people buy from emotion rather than from a logical perspective. So when you're thinking about this from your messaging, you want to show that empathy, you want to show that understanding, because that builds that emotional connection. It builds that level of trust as well. Okay, so next trend that I am predicting, and again, as a continuation to a certain extent, thinking about it from a marketing perspective, I want you to double down on your marketing efforts. And you might think, gosh, I've got to do more. But no, what I'm saying with this is that I want you to double down on the stuff that is working for you, because you don't need to be everywhere. You absolutely don't. You need to be thinking about the intention behind where you are, why you're doing it. And again, this goes back to that trust and authenticity and solving real problems of the previous points that I've made. But investing your time, investing your energy, maybe even investing financially in marketing that you know works for you. And marketing is a test, we know that. But if you're looking at growing and scaling your business, you probably know where you're getting your clients from. You've already got a business that you can build on. So this is about taking you to that next level. So doubling down on the stuff that actually works for you is what's going to create that consistent cash flow. It's going to create that consistent sales. So investing in the things that you know are going to help you grow. When we are heading into sort of a recession, when we're having financial and economic situations that are changing, I see so many business owners that start slowing down their marketing. And this all comes back from when I was in corporate, that actually, when we saw an economic downturn, we would double down on our marketing because so many people don't. And people still need to buy from you. People still need to buy your products and services. So you want to be the top of mind. So when you're thinking about where you're maybe cutting your spend, then I want you to leave the marketing pot alone. I want you to really focus on being intentional. You might reduce things, but actually look at how you can optimize your marketing. Think about the things that are working and really focus on that as well. And this is something that, again, that I've been talking to my clients about in my Thrive Mastermind, of really optimizing the driving force within your business, really taking the time to understand what that looks like so that you can then focus on the stuff that actually makes a difference. We're not here to waste our time. We're not here to waste our energy. We're not here to waste our finances. You want to focus on the stuff that's going to make a difference. So really thinking about your marketing efforts, doubling down and investing in the things that are actually going to help you grow, because businesses that are going to survive are the ones that focus on the stuff that actually does make a difference. They're not here to cut costs on everything because there's only so far you can cut costs. You want to grow your business. You want to still help your clients. You still want to be able to sell your products and services. That comes from you being visible. That comes from you having products and services that people want to buy and the right messaging. So being in the right place at the right time with the right product and service, that is what's going to help you sustain your business and also scale it, because I'm not about staying in the same place. The status quo isn't good enough if you want to scale your business. So we want to take things to the next level. Okay. And another thing that you can think about when you're talking about your marketing efforts, and this is my next trend, is I want you to consider evergreen funnels, because when we are looking at growing your business, you can't be in it all the time. You want to have stuff that's working for you. So you want to have a continuous flow of clients. You want to have a continuous flow of potential clients as well, because that takes you off the income roller coaster. That gives you that freedom. It allows you to accelerate your business without you having to put in the work every single second of the day. So really thinking about your evergreen funnels. Now, this might be lead magnets that you are drawing people into your audience. You might even want to put some marketing spend behind this as well. Things like Facebook ads, things like Instagram ads as well. Think again, whereabouts your audience is best placed. So evergreen funnels, I want you to think about a lead magnet that is actually going to work, that resonates with your audience, that brings people into your email list, that brings people into your world, because then you can nurture them and then you can convert them, again, without having to do this on a single basis. This is really, really important when you are scaling your business. Okay. And my final prediction for 2023 is about long form copy. We are seeing a reverting back to the importance, or a continuation maybe. I think we've been so drawn to the instant gratification of Instagram Reels and TikTok and things like that. But I think serious business owners are actually looking at more long form copy. So things like SEO, thinking about where your business is and where your clients actually want to find your business, thinking about that versus your Instagram content or the quick reels. The lifespan of the short content, that's gone within 24 hours. So thinking about how people are searching for you, and this is especially prevalent if you have a business that relies on local audience, because people go onto Google to find you. They search things in, therapist near me, or coach near me, or, vet near me. Those are the things that if you rely on your local audience, you want to be making sure that your Google is optimized. So thinking about your SEO, thinking about not just from a blog perspective, but again, if you want to take things to that next level, what can you do from an evergreen perspective? So thinking about, maybe it's about an evergreen webinar where you are, you have the copy similar to me having this podcast. That works really well from a long form copy because my show notes create search for me. So that could be something that you consider as you're going through into this year. It could even be things like live streams that you are, putting onto Facebook or into YouTube or even into LinkedIn. All of that is searchable content as well. Things like Pinterest. Again, that's another form of searchable content. So even something like a book, There's lots of ways that you could add assets that can draw people into your business, that draw people in from a longer term perspective. So yes, this is about playing the long-term game, but actually, if you're in business for the long term, you want to look at that too. This isn't just about, quick wins on social media. This is about scaling your business for the long term. Now, as I said, I don't want you to feel overwhelmed by any of the things that I've shared with you today, because I've covered quite a lot. But I also want you to consider what might be right for you now and start planning that into your year. You don't have to do all of these things in the next month. That's absolutely not what I'm suggesting. But I think really having a clear plan as to where you want to take your business for this next year will allow you to understand which elements, not just from a marketing perspective, not just from a products and services perspective, but actually how you want to run your business, how you want to focus in scaling your business as well as we go in through 2023. Because there's always so many things that you can do, but being intentional, really focusing on the things that actually make a difference are the things that are going to make a difference for you this year. So hopefully you found that useful. If you have, I would love for you to share it with a friend or leave me a review. And I will see you on the next podcast episode. Wishing you a super successful 2023. If you have any questions about any of the trends that I've shared with you, please drop me a message at Sarah Cook Coaching on Instagram, and I will be more than happy to go further into this as well. So for now, have a wonderful day, and I will see you on the next podcast episode. Take care. Thanks for listening to the Healthy Business Podcast. To get your free checklist with 1-minute hacks to accelerate your business and find out more about our community, head to my website, sarahcookmarketing.com/healthybusiness.